There is always something going on, though, in the royal household because it's royal roundup time. And this week is no different. Every Saturday I always like to give you a bit of a rundown. So who better to delve into the royal family than royal biographer Angela Levin. She's here in the studio. Angela, nice
hello.
to see you.
Hello.
So, Angela, first of all, I think we need to start with the spare heir.
Yes.
Prince Harry.
It's very interesting, actually, because they released today the different titles for the book as it goes around the world. So here in the UK, it's Spare. Outside of the UK, it's Leftovers and Neglected.
Oh, for goodness.
And there's another one, is In the Shadows.
In the Shadows.
Which actually is tragic, isn't it? That someone could actually allow a title like that on a book, and that represents what's inside it. It's really, really sad that Harry can't move forward at all. It's obvious from the title that he's going to go back to his resentments as a little boy, that his brother was going to get the crown. But, I mean, he told me when I interviewed him for the biography that his mother made every effort to make him feel wanted. And that she wouldn't let cameramen, for example, take pictures of just William unless it was like his birthday. Harry was always there. Invitations always had to have Harry. So she did her very best to make him feel right. Also said he had more freedom, he had more opportunities, and that sort of thing. And he was also incredibly close to his father. You know, after Diana died, he said, you know, he really made sure, he was grieving too, but he made sure we were looked after and protected. In 2017, he invited him to come with him when he was guest editor of the Today programme, and Charles called him darling boy, and he said, you know, well, Pa, I never used to listen to you, but now I think you know so much I can't, you know, hear enough. And yet he is obviously going to try to smash the royal family. The timing is appalling. King Charles is grieving, and it's before the coronation, but he's got to bring it out now. I mean, 40,000 words of
Whinging, complete whinging. I mean, the problem I kind of have with this is that the fact that somebody is constantly going on, not realising, it's by the sounds of it, the fortunate position that he's actually in. I understand it must be tough being the one who's not the one who's in line with the throne, but you're still in the royal family. You've still got a pretty good life. And the fact that now you've left the royal family, you are saying what it's like to be the spare heir. Yeah, that's mildly interesting. But the problem we have with it is that the Queen has only just recently passed away. Yeah. And if you really feel this is a journey into healing, which is what he claimed it wasn't a journey, well, now he's found love and all this, he would understand that if you do things like this doesn't look like you're healed, and you're passing on this burden to others.
Yeah, but he wasn't treated like a spare. Yeah. He was incredibly popular, the most popular.
He was popular. Next
to the Queen, because he was mischievous, he was fun, he was very lively. William's got a much harder life because it's so demanding to be a king and to be an heir. So, you know, he's got what he wanted. He got freedom as much as he likes. He's got a woman he absolutely adores. He's got children. He's got 16 bathrooms. I mean, it's really astonishing that he can't see anything good, despite having lots and lots of therapy.
Well, he's got to pay for it all, hasn't he, now? That's the problem. He's probably realised, and this is what I was saying in the monologue, that he's probably realised now, oh, hang on, things cost money in life, because I imagine as a royal, you probably don't really need to carry money around. Everything's done for you.
Yes.
You probably haven't got a real concept
of how... Well, he had 30 million in the bank from his mother. She left him that, so money wasn't a problem. But if he is doing it purely for money, then it's absolutely more shocking.
Well, he must be.
Than he needs to. Well, I think it must be. But it's,
you wouldn't do that normally, would you?
But he should have come to a border where he said, I'm not going further. I think you need to protect your family, even if you fall out with them. You don't want to tell the world all the nasty details of how people are, because no parent is perfect.
No.
And I wonder how his children are going to react to the fact that they've never known his father's family. You know,
It was such a shame. They really missed a trick there. I mean, in particular, Lilibet, who probably didn't get to spend much time with the Queen at all.
15 minutes.
And I reckon if I were Lilibet, as I grow older, I would be wanting to say, where's my pictures with Grandma? Where's my pictures with the Queen?
Yes.
You would want that.
But once they understand what the monarchy is, they will think, well, why weren't they part of it? I imagine. We don't know. It depends what they're like. But I think you've got to be careful when you attack parents when they're really not too bad and they do love you.
Yeah, they do.
They just make some mistakes. But then so do we all make mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
Yes.
Now, what about the Sussex's website? I hear something happened on there.
Yes, well, the Sussex refreshed their website and they stopped having anything about the royal family in it. Nothing about the Queen, not a phrase about how much they miss her or how sad her passing is, even though she's 96, what a wonderful woman she was. And there was nothing about the royal family whatsoever. It was always, you know, you can change who you are and move forward type of thing. They're entitled to do that a lot, but I think that they should actually, if they are happy to keep their titles and they seem to cling on to them, that you actually have something royal about the people who gave it to you and a bit of gratitude in there. You wouldn't know they had a royal family apart from their title.
You know, well, they're using everything they can to sort of push that out there. Now, what about the dilemma that Harry is facing? Because I hear that the Netflix, you know, having to accept the money now, he's in a bit of a bind, isn't he?
Well, he is, but I think he just closes his eyes to that. There is going to be a disclaimer, then there's not going to be a disclaimer. That, I don't think, has been sorted out. They're not going to listen to what he says. He doesn't have any power over it, and it's going to come out very, very soon. He told me that he didn't want it.
No, this is obviously for the Crown. This is for the Crown, yes.
This is the Crown. But you mean his joint documentary with Meghan?
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, it is the first year, and it's leaning towards Meghan. It's Meghan and her first year of married life with Harry. And I think that this will give them another opportunity to behave in a difficult manner. And if you think you've got the Netflix, you've got the documentary at Netflix, you've got his book, it's going to feel like a tremendous long storm for the King and Camilla and William and Catherine, and I don't really think that it's something that they should allow to happen.
It is awful, isn't it? How do they do that to their family? Angela Levin, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for keeping us updated. That, of course, is Angela Levin. This